And I am on here, the salon chat, and also known as gograybechic. I'm on here with and I say because she is a creator on YouTube. She has a YouTube channel, and I'm not gonna get this wrong. It's at the Wild Thunder Child. So like 3 words, but just all in one. The Wild Thunder Child. So she has been following me probably since I started in the gray hair space. And we've had conversations like back in 22. We talked our first time, I think we got on a Zoom and just kind of started talking. And then recently, I've been watching her content and I noticed that she's a creator also. So when I say creators, I talk about, and she's a young gray woman. She's only in her 40s. And I say that because there's so many women that wait to go gray, but she embraced hers very early. So to be honest, this is kind of like a test run, right, Carmita? We've never did a YouTube go live together, and I don't do a lot of lives, but I am going to come on here more often, at least once a month, to do a live. So I have this idea called Design It Live for years, where because I am a designer, I create neckwear. I created this little cuff, and I used to design like a lot. Hey, Angela, we got a visitor. I used to design a lot. But when I saw Carmita, because I was already thinking about Design It Live, to come on here and actually, because I got me a new sewing machine. I'm so excited 2 days ago. So I told her, I reached out to Carmita and I was like a little low key hating on her designs that she was making. Because I was like, it's this one design, this little top, halter top. I'm like, I want that, but only designs for herself right now. And then I saw another dress that she made. It's a little burgundy dress. Then I saw another thing you made was the skirt, and I with the little ruffle at the bottom. I'm like, oh my god, gotta have. I haven't convinced her to make that for me yet, because I told her if you make it in black, I will wear that dress all the time. I Brina is one of our avid followers, and so is Angela. Um, so now this is a test. And so what we're gonna do is the new playlist on my channel is gonna be called Design It Live. Now, when we come on live February 3rd, we're gonna go extensively into, why we should pursue our passions, why we should pursue, the things that we love to do. And maybe some of us love to do these things as a child. Thank you, Sabrina. Maybe we should do some of the things that we do as a child. And in fact, Carmita, before we got on here, I was just researching a video. A video came in mind about how to embrace and how to like relive your inner child without saying like I want to be 20 again or I want to be 30 again. So when we come on here February 3rd, we're going to show you guys how we are living our passions, me at 55 and Carmita in her
43.
43.
Yeah.
Huh? 43. No, you're still a baby. But we're just gonna like let you guys experience like what we're doing. Like she's crocheting and I got my new sewing machine. So I make a lot of, well, let me say I used to make a lot of neckwear, but I'm getting back into it. So our first Design It Live is gonna just kind of be us exploring each other and her showing some of her designs and me showing some of my designs. So just don't give it all away, Carmita. Just talk a little bit because we're not gonna stay on here long, right? Because we don't want to look like amateurs next Sunday when I think we'll put an invite out there. We didn't want to look like amateurs, but we've been talking for the past few days and getting the whole event together. So tell us about how you got started, and tell them your YouTube channel again.
Okay, so I am Carmita. My channel is That Wild Thunder Child. And I got into crochet through watching YouTube videos. So I had this idea in my head to research. I had seen a short on crochet dress, and it was this gorgeous long crochet dress that this lady got for $10. And so I clicked the short, and I was like, "It's gorgeous, it's beautiful." She's like, "Can you believe I only paid $10 for this?" And so I go into the comments, and the people were like, "Oh my gosh, crochet can only be done by hand. That's terrible that you only paid $10 because that means that the person who made it didn't get paid." And what caught my eye was, it can only be made by hand. You can make that yourself if you do a such and such with increasing and then decreasing. And I was like, I can make it myself. So then I went to looking up, I think Shiler Crochet was the first tutorial that I followed, because she was recommended in like the further comments on that video. And then that was kind of how I fell into it. I scrolled through looking for stuff that, like, what do I want to make that I'll actually use? What do I want to make that I'll actually wear? Because sometimes I feel like hobbies can kind of become hyper consumptive if I'm not careful, for me. So I have to make sure that it's something that I'm going to wear, and something that I have a chance at completing, because I tend to start and stop things with hobbies.
Yeah,
And
we have that in common. I, I starting stopping.
so I did the Shiler crochet video. I finished the top. I surprised myself, and I actually took my time with it. It took me several weeks, and I had gotten sick. And you know that part in the sickness where you're not sick enough to go do anything, but you can't sleep anymore. So I was kind of in that in between phase, and something said, "Go finish that top you started." So that was my first crochet thing, and that was last September. So yeah,
So
I'm a newbie.
just full on in it, only making stuff for yourself, right?
Yes,
That's
Hobbyville.
I
Got to
started
stay in Hobbyville.
yeah, I started creating because I back in 2014 I took a beginning sewing class. Now this is the stuff we're supposed to talk about next week. But I
Oh,
took a sewing class in 2014 November. I was actually having some major headaches, and I just whenever I am not 100%, I don't always like to just, well, sometimes I just rest, but sometimes if it's something that I'm really, really interested in, it can kind of relieve some of the tension that I might be having, especially if it's stress or, whatever it might be. But at that time, I was having some major headaches, and I was, researching, I was going to the doctor, and I took that beginning sewing class, and that was in November of 2014. And then by what, April of 2015, I launched the whole brand. And that brand was called My Chic Boutique. And the reason why I was called that is because I love like big stuff tied around my neck. And so I started making those like long strands where I could tie it around my neck into a bow. The bigger the better for me. And so then I started going to the thrift store, and I would buy men's ties. So this is a man's tie, but I created it. Now I did some sewing with this, but I also actually added the snaps. So I started creating men's ties, and then I would turn them into women's bow ties. So this is one of them that I made. So I would go on Mondays when the thrift store had everything half off, because that's what I like. And so then from there, I started adding leather. I started adding chains. This I didn't make. This is actually a chain that came off a purse from the thrift store. So I just add everything. Like I started adding chains. I would walk around in Home Depot and find just different chains that I loved. And I'm like, wow, I could use that. And I would have to have them come and cut how much, those chains at Home Depot that are on a roll. I know they'd be like, what is this lady buying this? They asked, so I never told, but I didn't care. And so I would just add, different stuff. And then a few weeks ago, I was telling you, Carmita, that I had a basic choker class. And so this is kind of a basic choker that I was teaching in my class. And it's
oh,
a piece of like you can get these rolls in Joanne Fabrics. They just come in.
mhm.
All you do is add on two different sides, you just add your Velcro.
Oh,
And it's just a basic choker. It's real simple.
mhm.
You just add the glue on the Velcro underneath, or you can sew it. And we didn't have, they didn't have a sewing machine, of course. We didn't have a sewing machine on the class, so they just worked with all the materials that I had them work with, was just basically the glue. So what are you working on right there?
So this is a skirt. It's just a basic. Let me remove my hook. Um, Crochet hook. Now it's got two colors. It's got this teal, and now I'm making a couple of rows with white and then teal just to complete the skirt.
Okay, now
So,
who says, who's wearing that skirt? You wearing that skirt?
yes, I definitely wearing this skirt.
and, and back so I can see where that skirt comes to. Something that skirt.
So here she is, and she's gonna be sitting up high. So she's gonna be high waisted.
So is that gonna cover your butt back?
Yes, but I'm actually designing it because I like to wear shorts underneath,
Yeah,
kind
that's
of like a almost like a tennis skirt because you know how they have the shorts underneath. So there's gonna be shorts underneath.
yeah, that's see, it's funny because we talked about this the other day. We were talking about like our ages and what what we dare to wear at certain ages. And it's really just not about your age to me. It's about how you can pull the look off. Because like I would wear that skirt. I would wear that skirt. In fact, I have a little skirt that I wear that's similar to that. It's kind of like it's not frilly on the end, but it has these it's kind of I can't really describe it at the end, but it's not a straight around skirt. It kind of has these little loops. So I would yes, a skirt, Michelle said. With and a skirt is basically a skirt with shorts
With
built
the
in.
shorts under.
But
Yeah.
if you
Yes.
don't have the shorts built in, then
Yeah. I wear it separate.
yeah. So I'll just pull my. I love high waisted skirts, so most of my skirts that's how I wear them. But like if it's a short skirt, I can't have all the buns sticking out. So I'll just wear it like right up underneath there, and like you said, put the shorts right up underneath.
Oh,
So
thank you, Miss Sabrina. Thank you, Miss Michelle.
so yeah, that is and so our next I'm going to be doing some design it live videos where I actually when I get back into my sewing next month I actually make a design and then you'll see me record completely me making the design, but then I'll do a voiceover and talk about a topic, life, aging, gray hair, whatever. But and you'll see me make the design and then I'll put the design on my website so you can invest in my creativity.
Yes. So you're selling your pieces.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some I'll make for myself, but in fact, I have a lot that I can sell right now. I just don't have them on my website. But I want to, not that they're old pieces, but I just want some fresh, new creativity, add some new excitement into some new pieces. So I can't wait to see that other stuff you made. You're not showing it right now, but we'll keep that secret because I'm not going to show
Yeah,
all.
you have your mannequin. You pulled out your mannequin and you had some other stuff.
Yeah, I had right here. But all of these things that's on here, these are like one, 5 different necklaces. I bought them all at the same time from the thrift store, and they were all under like $2.50. I do have them on this. I'm wearing them on this video that I did recently, an interview with a young lady um, who actually just called me on the phone, and I had to click in. Um, but yeah, these I think these are so pretty, and like the pairing of them together is just gorgeous to me. Yeah, the more the better for me. I love the more the better. Yes, Miss Sabrina said creativity is the spice of life. Yeah, and I think that as we age, we got to get into more creativity because as we age, you know, we can't just leave all the creativity to the youngins, the 20 somethings and the 30 somethings, and we gotta. bring out that creativity. It might not be sewing, crocheting. It might not be making jewelry, right, Carmita?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that either.
Yeah. It may
Not
not.
yet.
It could be painting. It could be whatever your creative juices, whatever you have inside of you, because we all have it inside. Some people say, I'm not creative, but we all are creative. You could be creative in your engineering career, you could be creative as an attorney, but in your field, it doesn't have to be some type of creative, like making stuff creative, but just using your creativity, your God intuition that you were given, and just create whatever that is for you. But for us, it's using our hands. So, like, this is a big piece of leather. I get these leather, I call them leather scraps from like so I'll take this and make something, create something crazy with this right here, with some chains hanging off of it. Not the whole piece, but I'll just cut a piece off just to make some type of choker with it. And so, yeah, let's see, we've been on here a little bit. So I'm so excited to say what's to come. And that is our Design It Live playlist on Go Gray Be Chic, the salon chat. But we got to figure out how, when we do our collabs, because YouTube is not letting um, the go live together um, um, option. It's not allowing us to be great right now. It won't let her, like, I'm the host of the show, but it won't let her actually automatically share it. She can share it with her audience, but hopefully they'll come up this year, whereas it can be shown on my platform and at the same time on your platform. So hopefully they're working on something like that very, very soon. So you want to say anything else before we jump off?
No, this has been really fun.
We
You
were
know,
all
I,
nervous.
I like looking at your ideas. You work with a lot of different elements. That's like I really like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if crochet kind of has that with different types of yarn, like bamboo, or working with the thinner, silkier stuff. But you have a lot of range with yours, and I
And
don't know how to sew. So
I see you getting into adding more, like maybe texture in some of your pieces, maybe at the end, at the bottom, or like within the fabric, within the yarn. Yeah, I can see you infusing some of that, because they have different types of yarn, right?
mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be exciting for you to explore that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for
Watch
inviting me,
out
Miss
for
Sharon.
You're welcome. Watch out for our event, which is going to be next day, but the details will be out. What's today? Tuesday? At least in another day or two. We'll have all the details out about, and invite others, and just come and just maybe, the main purpose is this is not to show off what we're doing. The main purpose of this is to inspire, even if we just inspire one person to decide that they want to start creating something. And I don't know if it's video, if it's some type of, I don't know, whatever it is, but this is not just for us. This is, my videos are never just for me. They're always, although they help me as well, but this is just for women over 40 to just you know, develop that inner childlike spirit and come up with something that you love. Maybe you don't want to share it with the world. Maybe you just want to share it with a smaller community. But yeah, this was fun. So we will see you guys soon. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Bye. Now we got to figure out how to
I
end this.
was gonna say, I don't know what
Don't
what
laugh
do
at
I
us.
do?
Still learning. Okay. I'm pressing this right. Okay, end it.